Hi everyone, my name is Haley, and I'm here to just explain how I grew as a writer over the semester. I grew as a writer and I think I became a better writer just because I was challenged more. In the past, it was kind of just like you write this little paper, you write a little essay, and that's kind of it. And I think this semester I was challenged because with our journals, I was challenged to do a poem and I was also challenged to do a descriptive writing piece, which I haven't done both in years. So whenever I first got the assignment, I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I can't do these. So I got very, very intimidated by seeing a poem and description of writing. So I'm here to just share with you two of the journals that I made and that I really think that I grew as a writer on, because whenever I did do them, I felt like, oh, well, if I can do these, then I can do anything. I can write anything and I can try anything. And even if I try and even if it's bad, you can always go back and fix your mistakes. That's the good thing about writing. So the first one that I did was a journal, and it was I Am From is the title, and here it is. I am from Mount Pleasant, from a house that always has paw prints on the floor with the sound of barks and purrs. Hangs childhood pictures on the wall for all to see, with the smell of baked goods swarming the house, with the scent that stayed for hours, with my grandma always near. I am from a big family, I am from a close family that is filled with loves, good times, and great gatherings. I am from the outdoors and hunting, from shooting rifles to riding quads, from football game gatherings to cookouts. Our home was always open for all to come. Whatever comes my way, I know I have my family. I realize now my parents were always right, to never forget where I came from. I know the road will always lead back home. I am from Mount Pleasant, the walls that keep the memories that are with me forever. So that was one of the journals that we had to do, and it was a poem. And I was really, really nervous to start the poem, but then whenever I sat down and I thought of my family and I thought of where I came from, it just all kind of came to me. And I really do like that poem, and I just think it's a great piece that I did, and I was really impressed with my work, and I would have never done that journal or would have never wrote that poem if I wasn't challenged to. And then the other one was the descriptive writing, and that was on winter and spring. So just what we see whenever it's winter and whenever we see when it's spring. And what really got me on that one is I was like, well, I know what I see whenever it's wintertime and whenever it's spring, but how do I actually get that down on paper and write it and make it sound good? So here's what I came up with. As my alarm goes off for school, I lie in bed hugging the blankets close. When I finally rise from bed, I get chills down my spine because of the cold air roaming through the house. As I go to look outside my window, I have to clean off a patch of frost off my window. After using my t-shirt sleeve to see through the window, I discover a foot of snow outside that sparkles when the sun is shining down. As I put on a jacket and head outside, I see several people with snow shovels removing the snow beneath their car. Many dogs eager to jump and play around in the snow, and many children standing at the bus stop with little red noses. As my alarm goes off for school, I became eager to get the blankets off. When I finally rise from bed, I had to turn off my fan to get some cold air to cool the house down. I go outside to enjoy the fresh air. I see several birds flying from tree to tree, beautiful cherry blossoms blooming in trees, gardens growing with fresh produce, children laughing as they ride their bike up and down the alley before school. As you walk down the streets, you see flowers blooming, people watering their plants and gardens, and dogs running after a toy while tied in their yard. The sights of spring bring happiness with so much love and color. And that one I was really intimidated by because I didn't really know what to say and how to write it, but whenever I sat down and I was like, okay, I'm going to imagine that I'm looking out my window right now and it's springtime, or I'm going to sit in my window and I'm going to imagine that I'm looking outside and it's wintertime. So with that piece of writing that I did, that is exactly what I would see whenever I would walk down my street during spring, or look out my window, or go to my car whenever it's winter. So I really like that piece too, because it's something that I haven't done really before, just being descriptive. I wasn't writing like an essay or a story. It was all just descriptive of what I see in the winter or spring, which was something that I haven't done in a really long time. So therefore, I do really believe that I have grown as a writer through the semester, and I think the journals had really helped me, and I think these two journals really in particular helped me, because if I wouldn't have been challenged to write these, I would have never wrote them. And now that I did write them, I think now that I really grew, because I know that I'm capable of writing, and I know that I'm capable of doing anything I put my mind to, even if I do it the first time and it's not good. So thank you for helping me grow over the semester, and I hope as I move on in my career at school that I continue to grow as a writer. Thank you.